that persons not be equal. So Nigeria has become a feudal state, even though it masquerades as a federal state. You cannot have federalism in a place that is not governed by law, where the state is governed by the whims of men. The erection of the feudal state does not allow for the equality of men, and you therefore cannot have citizens in a place where men are not equal. I have spoken extensively to the erection of the feudal state in Nigeria. I wrote a book on it. I entitled it The Imperatives of the Nigerian Revolution. It came on the realization of the fact that a Nigerian is not a citizen. That book was written at least about 4 years ago or thereabout. I made it available to all of you for free download, and it's been available for free download less than 6 months after it was written. I had a link posted again so that you might find the grace, download it, read, so that I will not have to waste time having to clue you up, taking you on a journey through time. Because what has happened to us from 1966 is that the will of the Nigerian people has not mattered in the erection of the state that has developed or evolved. What has happened since that time is that in the erection of the Nigerian state, the imperatives of men who have not bothered to consult has been the basis for the erection of the state. From having 4 regions, today, Nigeria is a state, quote and unquote, an unraveling, failing state of 36 states that the judiciary has effectively made 37 states, which is interpretation of the Abuja dichotomy. Here is the point I am making to you. We have come full circle, the erection of the feudal state. When the president who did not elect, who INEC has forced on us, and who the judiciary has deodorized, would sit down and demonstrate the power to remove a governor who, by the way, we did not equally elect but was forced on the people of Rivers. Because there is already that division between the persons who are meant to be citizens and those who govern them. The people of Rivers, who knew that Similarity is not the person that they elected or would have elected if their voices had mattered. Of course, even though you might have ethnic affiliations and you might have situations where people might be like, okay, out of sympathy, as I saw a lot of you picking side, the reality is that the persons who are governing are divorced from the people. So the man in Abuja knows that he is the one. He could have actually had Similarity not confirmed as the governor because he knows he owns the judiciary. But he deploys the powers in his office to do what he needed to do to retain the APC and to retain Similarity there for his man, Wike. And when the time came and Similarity was behaving as if he had some independence, of course he was cut to size. You heard what Wike told you. If he had his way, he would have removed the guy. But the president said, no, let's suspend him. It tells you where we are. So what you're saying, what I need you to understand is that your state has come full circle. Today, Nigeria is a dictatorship. We are not in a democracy. And what I am saying is suggesting to me that with the announcement in Rivers, a signal has been sent to other hegemonies that the hegemony will no longer tolerate dissent and opposition. And you saw the speed with which the Rivers man confirmed his transfer to the APC column. And you already know that a lot more will be following suit in days to come. Now, let me clue you in on something. Whilst other candidates were busy trying to buy delegates, Tinubu was buying godfathers in the APC primaries. He was buying governors. the fathers of the delegates. Those were the persons Tinubu was buying. Don't imagine that Tinubu is buying sitting governors. He's not. He is buying their godfathers, the persons who kept them there. And the ones he can't buy, he's intimidating into aligning. So what you're saying are the alignments of the politicians, whether forced or voluntary, whether based on real politics or whatever. The important thing that you should pay attention to is that the politicians are aligning. They are arraying a Tinubu that will not lose an election, quote and unquote, whilst out of office, running almost against the incumbent. Is now in power. There's a difference between being in office and being in power. He is now in power. And the articles of this world are busy thinking that they can contest against him. Illusions. The people are the ones who need to be aligning. Without an alignment of the people, what you would have is that the election result will be announced ahead of time, and you can be certain that the judiciary will endorse it. Akpabio is sat in the Senate as the Senate president today because your constitution, pardon my French, is crap. Your judiciary, unfit for purpose. That is the only reason he sat there. Ditto for your president. So if you are expecting something to happen because politicians are squabbling over who won or did not win an election, you're wasting your time. So if you're waiting for an election to save Nigeria, you've lost already. Let me just announce that. The only thing that can save us is a revolution. Did you hear me? Only a revolution can save Nigeria. Because the sum of his lies is that Nigeria has become a place that is unconducive for human existence. It's become hostile. If you sustain the current system, Nigeria will erupt in a civil war. It's already in one. The only problem is that the lines are not defined. But if it continues on its current trajectory, Nigeria will implode. People are dying in the Benue Trough, murdered like dogs. In fact, with less care than you would for dogs. But the governor of the state, who is divorced from the people because he knows his people do not matter, Abuja matters, is more interested in the autopsy of cows than in the identification of persons as young as days old being buried in mass graves. That is the governor, a member of the ethnic nationality being killed in their sleep, misdescribed and mischaracterized as farmers' others clashes. He knows that this is not the truth, but he would rather remain in power than tell the truth to power. Oh, did I say in power? No, it's too important to be described as being in power. He would rather remain in office than to assert the power of his people against the unconscionable powers that would dare to crow in daytime about the murder of his people and mischaracterize it as farmers' elders clash. Or what does one have to say, really? When a reverend father, the Catholic Church should really be ashamed of that thing that they have in Benue State, will be playing politics with IDP camps, will rather be silent about the murder of his people and is busy issuing visa bans. Like, seriously? The sum of Nigeria's lies is that we are getting to the point where these lies, in fact, beyond an implosion, really, if you really think about it, was it not just the other day that the governor of Niger State came out and banned dreadlocks? So I couldn't have gone to Niger State in 2020, 2021 because I had dreadlocks. I'd probably have been whooped, especially since I talk so much. And of course, talkers are now terrorists, and the terrorists can be made repentant. It's the talkers who never get to repent. Terrorists are always repentant. Yeah. Which brings me to that one. Okay, so Nigeria has this extremely successful de-radicalization program. It de-radicalizes terrorists, Islamist terrorists, Fulani marauders, killers. It de-radicalizes them so quickly that I wonder if the whole thingy about Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, what would have been necessary for America if we had simply employed the Nigerian army to be de-radicalizing them. So now, this de-radicalization program, I raised this on Twitter in the last week, that is so effective that they even recently graduated 390 murderers who have repented. And then they took these 390 murderers and de-radicalized them. And I wonder how many IPOB terrorists, and that's for the benefit of you idiots who can understand satire, how many of them have you de-radicalized? So Nnamdi has been with you for a few years now, but you can't de-radicalize him. He's not de-radicalizable. He's the one that has defied your de-radicalization capacity. And we are still in a country that makes sense. How long do you really reckon that this can continue? How long? The point is, the sum of Nigeria's lies is that where it is cannot be sustained. But I must say, since I have already said that a revolution is our only way out, and I stand by those words, but it is critical in this season where critical voices are silenced, either by murdering them or by contriving a legal entrapment. The word revolution comes from the French word revolver, and it means to turn around. If Nigeria does not turn around, it will implode. A turnaround is a return at a minimum, if it is still possible to save Nigeria, even with that. At a minimum, there has to be a return to federalism. I'm not going to fall into the trap of using that your lie that you call true federalism. There has to be a return to federalism. The totality of my involvement in the public space must be cleared up, because yesterday I was at the Obidient rally, the Southwest rally in Ikeja GRA, and I made clear to everyone, I'm not about an election in 2027. I'm about change today. I'm about making sure that if there will be an election in 2027, it is found on the principle of my vote counting, not an INEC that remains as it is not going to happen. And even that might not be enough to save Nigeria. The kind of revolution I'm looking for is non-violent. I'm not saying the state will not be violent, but I'm not calling for violence. The kind of revolution I'm calling for would involve sit-at-homes. It will involve boycotts. but it must be an insistence that Nigeria turn around. That is the kind of revolution I'm willing to sign on for. And that is the kind of revolution that I will be calling for. But I would prefer that that revolution be through the electoral process. And if the electoral process is thwarted, we'll be ready to take to the streets or sit in our homes. But I am not ready to get involved in an electoral process that does not spell out what the following day will look like, because it cannot be business as usual. The electoral process I'm willing to sign on for must be one that shows the people clearly if we won election the day we are sworn in, these are the legislations for restructuring. These are the policy for education. This is on every issue. There must be a revolutionary turnaround, and that must be the basis of engagement with the people. And it must be clear to the people getting involved in that process from day one that if our will is thwarted, our collective will clearly demonstrated, is thwarted by the concerted effort of the judiciary or INEC or the police. If you have properly educated the people, how is the police inured or immune from the problem that has overtaken our land? Have you been to any police station in recent days? The police suffers more than me and you. That is the kind of revolution that I'm willing to sign on to. One where the police is unwilling to, if they're even telling the person giving the order that is crazy, you go and shoot on them, because his own children are likely to be there because you sold them a vision of what tomorrow will look like. The sum of Nigeria's lies is that yesterday is dead, and it does not seem to have a future if you do not envision one to be sold to the people clearly, because the sum of his lies suggests that Nigeria should not be allowed to live, because it is a perverse, horrible place that is very unjust and is inhuman in the extreme. So, fact of the matter is, the Nigeria that was battered is dead. If you ever doubted it, it's been shown to you. The man that will pronounce a fatwa on dreadlocks, did you see the video? And he's little different from a whole lot of others. This Nigeria, as it stands, is dead. If you do not reimagine the future and sell that future to the people, you and I, God forbid, I have sufficient brains. I think I might manage to find my way out before it gets to that kind of level. But I assure you, I am assuring you, this Nigeria, the sum of his lies means that it is dead. It is either dead or it is dying, depending on where you stand. But the reality is, anything that is built on lies dies. Ab initio, when something is built on lies, it is already dead. It's not even that it dies, because lies, you know the nature of lies. If you told a single lie, you will require at least 20 lies to undergird the single lie. And for each of the 20 that you have told, you are going to require additional lies, 20 for another one. So you get lost in the lies, and those are the contradictions that you see tearing Nigeria apart today. It will eventually kill it. Now, your ability or capacity to imagine a future that can be sold to the people about a better future that they can buy into, that is what may save it and take the place of bloodshed and lead it perhaps to a peaceful revolution. That is the only path that remains viable, because this Nigeria, I'm telling you today, imagine me as a doctor who has reviewed the diagnosis. I've looked, and I'm telling this to you right here and now. I have looked at the x-rays. I've seen the CT scans. I've seen the blood works. And I am not a man given to delusions. The evidence of my eyes, my brain tells me that if we continue on this pathway, what has already been started would be completed. Nigeria is dead or dying. Pick your own diagnosis, but the only thing that is certain is that if it continues along this path, it will certainly end up in the morgue.
You see, honestly, I feel sorry for the North. I really, really do feel sorry for the North. And the reason why I feel sorry for the North is that they have still not grasped the reality of the situation. You see, years of recklessness that they have abided themselves by have caught up with them, and they've not realized it. You see, years of living recklessly, where you bring up children that will not have education, that will not learn skills, and yet they will bring up children that are of their own likes. Populating yourselves without skills, without men with skills, education, and all of that. Years of neglect of education, years of just allowing population to grow without any foresight. Years of depending solely on political spoils has caught up with you, but they still don't want to realize this is what is happening. Because the truth still remains that you have arable lands in the north that you have refused to cultivate. You have able-bodied men that rather than focus on productiveness, you have channeled their mind into politics, religion, and baseless things that do not develop mankind. Now, 2027 is round the corner, and I see a lot of Northerners getting angry with Tinubu because this, because that. The truth is that, look, the calculation, the permutation still does not favor you. If you are still going to hold on these trivialities of saying that I like cinema, the truth is that you want to remove Tinubu. You believe the population of the North alone is so big enough that you remove Tinubu. The only way you can remove Tinubu, is to find a way to make a deal with Peter Obi. Hate Peter Obi or you like hate, that is the only way. That is if you truly want to remove Tinubu, because nobody is going to go to the polling unit and say it's going to vote for now, not that we are not going to, because for many years, the South and Southeast, we have gone out of our boundaries to vote either Yoruba or not. When it comes to you people to shift out of your boundaries and vote other people, you play tribalism or you play religion. It is time to change the narrative, or else, my brother, these realities that have grabbed the North will linger on for a very long time. I have 2 kids. I brought them up to be self-reliant, self-sufficient, self-dependent, to actualize themselves with a view to realizing their own potentials so that when government cannot provide for them, they can provide for themselves. That is not the case with most northern youths that are brought up. Because whenever they find an opportunity to depend for themselves, they begin to find menial jobs, shoe shining, water vendor, water this. Now, I am not saying vendoring of water or shining of shoes are bad, but you cannot build a whole population to be menial jobs, whereas the source of main incomes come from politicians. Such is not a society we can rely upon. Now, you might watch this video and become angry and say, no, this guy hates the North. Well, sometimes the bitter truth, most times, is difficult to swallow. But like it or hate me, this is the truth. The North must begin to change its priority. If you want to depend on religion, well, religion doesn't put money in the pocket. Religion doesn't buy food in the market. The reality of it is that when you go to the market, you must go there with money. And the only way you can find money is to create value and to create goods and services. And you can only create these goods and services with a developed mind. But when the mind that is supposed to be developed for the purpose of making money is developed for religious fanaticism, hatred, and bias and all this rubbish, you cannot produce a population that you can depend on. Now, that is a harsh reality that is gripping the North. It is hard to see young boys just loafing around. Now, there are criminals everywhere, please. There are criminals anywhere, but When you build a population that solely depends on meniality, and the only source of income are politicians, that is a terrible society. And that's a reality that the North is contending with. Now, 2027 is coming. You are angry with Tinubu. If not for the way Tinubu came into power, I would be surprised. Tinubu would have been my advocate. If not for this grabbing, snatching, running with their leader and this rigging, he would have been my #1 candidate. But I don't support criminality in whatever form it comes. In my case, the end does not justify the means. So the truth here is this: the North has to come to reality and realize that they have enjoyed the recklessness that they've abided in for so long, covered the recklessness that they've covered with their dependence on politics. Now, society has made it possible that you have to depend on what you're capable to produce. And if taking out Tinubu is really your objective, then you must find an alliance. But if you say on your own you are going to take out Tinubu, sorry, Tinubu is going to lead this country again. My name is Magnus Oraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all, my people. How you guys doing today? Happy Sunday to every one of you. Today is 27th of April, 2025. Yes, the situation of the country is piling up. You know, the pressure is getting high. Yes, that's why we are here again to talk about this. Mother of all, Mom Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. We appreciate you always. Thank you, Abu Azi. I appreciate you always. Thank you very much, every one of you right there already. We have Sabavo Okonga, Wisdom Lucky, Patra No Fame, and yes, I can see you, CXL Christian. Thank you very much. Thank you, my wonderful people. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, good evening to every one of you, my people. Peggy Modi, good evening to you, ma. Send girl Medday. Thank you very much. Austin Prince, Discussion Channel TV, thank you. Oriyomi Abdul, Debsy, thank you very much. God bless you all. Then we have more people right there. Manuel Shooks is with us today. Thank you very much, my people. Then we have Prince Aka in the building. Kisne Ogerahi, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Guys, just press on the like, help us to share, press on the $ if you can, encourage what we do here. Then I have Ariza Shukuma. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Then, who again? I just want to verbally acknowledge everyone this evening. Didi Anthony, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Everest, thank you. Good evening. Wonderful people. Then we have Oses More in the building. Thank you very much. Good evening to you as well. We have Mike Akyombare. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Jeko Kedent, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Oga Ike. It's good to have you on the show, on the comment section today. It's been a while. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much, Michael Oganemaro. Wonderful. I already have a super chat today. Thank you very much, sir. I'm grateful. The pocket never ever run dry. Thanks for all that you do. Always. I'm grateful. Yes, Everest, Kelobo, once again, good evening to you. God bless every one of you. Guys, just do your part, press on the like, help us to share. The situation of the country is terrible right now. Before I will showcase the video of Onokpasa. You know, Onokpasa, the same Onokpasa that you and I know, who fought with a fight on Arise TV live on a live show, you know, came out now to say Tinubu failed woefully. Remember, the same Onokpasa was the one that was defending Tinubu all through, lambasting on Peter Obi throughout the 2023 general election, or rather presidential election. Now, Tinubu have abandoned him. You can even see from the man that something is not right. You know, I don't know if he's sick or if he's feeling the pains that Tinubu abandoned him. The man is getting so dry. I don't know why, you know, but there's some changes. Remember, during the time of Doyin Okupe, before he died, Doyin Okupe was getting dried until we now get to hear that, oh, the man was sick. But for Onokpasa, I'm not too sure what is wrong with him at this particular moment. But maybe you might notice what I saw, or maybe you might not at all. But before we move on that, I'd like us to listen to what Omo Elesowore have to say here quickly.
I think I want to thank the leadership of the NBA for inviting us. The last time this was Lagos, it was.
But meanwhile, I'm posting out a link for those of you that want to come in. Please come in on time today. God bless you all.
It was pre-planned that some candidates will appear, get clapped for, and the NBA will end its NBA conference. Thank you for bringing all the candidates. You can see these are the real candidates in this election. But I think you did one thing today. You wanted to see if any of us will fall asleep so that you can compare us to the old candidates. And I hope we disappointed you. Let me say it very clearly because there's no time. We must understand fundamentally what the Nigerian security architecture is about. Nigeria security is not meant for Nigerians. Nigeria security system is for the elites, those in power. Nigeria security system, therefore, operates what is known as a police state. All our policemen, our electronic system, our investment in recruitment, the judiciary, is meant to protect those who are in charge of Nigeria, the owners of Nigeria. Abuja tells you all of it. You can find more policemen about 1 mile square here than you can find where Boko Haram is ravaging Nigeria. I drove from Zamfara, or was it Kebbi, to Sokoto. There was no single checkpoint. But if you threaten the Nigerian ruling class today, you will find that you have security in this country. And as most of you know, I'm a regular with the courts. I have over 3 criminal cases, including one that will come up tomorrow for cyber crime. I have another one, treasonable felony. My prosecutor before is seated here, S.A.N. Liman, who prosecuted me unsuccessfully for treason, and after that he abandoned the prosecution. I haven't seen him until today. So I greet you. You are welcome. He's now representing Emiloko.
See us, oh God, see us so worried you're the disgrace and lambasting these guys' life. They are there. They only frown their satanic faces, but they cannot do anything. On this one, this particular area of Sowore, this man deserves applaud at all times. Tell me a politician that can speak like this in Nigeria. One politician, one person that can speak in the midst of satanic elites, that can speak boldly, bravery, the same way Omoyele Sowore is always doing. You see the satanic face of that satanic man who accuse him of treasonable felony or whatever. Make we take him back again. Sowore to address him.
Nigerian ruling class today, you will find that you have security in this country. And as most of you know, I'm a regular with the courts. I have over 3 criminal cases, including one that will come up tomorrow for cyber crime. I have another one, treasonable felony. My prosecutor before is seated here, S.A.N. Liman, who prosecuted me unsuccessfully for treason, and after that he abandoned the prosecution. I haven't seen him until today. So I greet you. You are welcome. He's now representing Emiloko. And I must say to you as well that for us to get a Nigerian security system for the Nigerian people, the Nigerian people must be able to vote for a Nigerian leader. Because any leader that is voted for religious reason is going to be the leader for the religious movement. That is voted on ethnic basis can only represent his ethnic concern. Any leader that is voted on the basis of any primordial sentiment will only represent that primordial sentiment. That's why Nigeria is where it is today. Go and ask Ken Saro-Wiwa if you could reach him. Why did they kill him? For the Nigerian elite. They killed him because they thought their most important anointing oil, crude oil. They killed him for it. They would have killed me had case, because he was brought in to carry out that, but at a point he decided that he couldn't continue with it. And I must tell you that they will kill any one of you. And let me say this, because I know time is running out, that when it is time to protect the elite, you will find some of the best players in this country. You will find some of the best judges in this country. You will find some of the best policemen. In fact, when the elites are concerned, you will know that there are electronic devices listening to every device in this country. When the elites are concerned, you will find cameras that are working. But when it's for the Nigerian people, there's nothing that will work. But I would say also that in an attempt to cow the rest of us, they have also done the same. Because in an attempt, for instance, that we don't get to hear from the terror, also disable the listening devices because they are committing crime as well as this country. One last thing I will say, which is important, we have not gotten to a point where Nigerian leaders understand security. Because the first security, which I agree with everybody here, that human security. You cannot push 133 million people into multi-dimensional poverty, and you are talking about security. It won't work. You cannot have an account general steal 150 billion and spend only 2 in detention, and it's likely to be the governor of the state next time, and you can have security. You cannot have people above the law and some other ones beneath the law and expect security. So what Nigeria needs is a leader who understands the importance of human life first and foremost. Not a leader who has a high number of lawyers defending it. As I said, and I'll say finally here, there are great lawyers in this country, but ask yourself, which lawyer has a pro bono service to defend poor people in this country? Most of them know. When NSAS happened, the Nigerian Bar Association did not raise a team to defend NSAS victims across the country. I'm saying it to you. If you have, show the person to me. While NSAS was going on, they were doing meetings with Fidel in Ibadan and having great conferences. And I must thank the Nigerian Bar Association. You guys have some of the greatest conferences every year. Here you spend 1.something billion.
I'd like to stop you there, Mr.
Conferences, but it is time to start spending that money on poor people, defending them and getting them out of jail. Thank you.
Stop you there. I'd like
All right. Omoyele Sowore, I'm very proud of him. The only area I have issue with Omoyele Sowore is that I wish, to be honest, I wish this man can work with Peter Obi. Remember he mentioned a couple of days ago when we showcased one of his videos, he said, Peter Obi reached out to me, but I declined. That means the fault right now is not even coming from Peter Obi. It's coming from Omoyele Sowore because Peter Obi have given him hand. Let's work together. He refused. My question to Omoyele Sowore right now, with all this talent, this braveness, this doggedness, how are you going to achieve that dream that you are fighting for without not collaborating with people like Peter Obi? Peter Obi is a name, whether you like it or not. Whether anybody, you are embracing satanism, ethnicism, or tribalism. Peter Obi's name is a name to reckon with. You might not publicly admit it because you are satanic, but within you, you know that is a name to reckon with. I'm talking to everybody. Anybody that is involved, you know I'm talking to you. Now, come back to Omoyele Sowore. Why can't you bring down your ego, your pride, and work with Peter Obi? Yes, your reason, you said because he was one of the PDP members before, and you believe all of them are satanic, you don't want to work with all of them and all that. But the beautiful thing about it is that, Omoyele Sowore, between you and I, you talk. You talk for a living. Let me put it like that. That means if you find anything incriminating with Peter Obi, by now you forgot tell us. By now, you forgot tell us. Say, no, this is why I don't want to work with Peter Obi because saying a thief or not this. But you could not have, or you don't have any. Then why can't you work with this man? Do you just hate Peter Obi, or you are declining Peter Obi just because he was once a PDP member? But what about his own name, his reputation, his identity? Does he have any stain to his name apart from being a PDP member? If you want us to rescue Nigeria, I have so much respect for you, my friend. For real, if you want us to rescue Nigeria, you have to collaborate with at least few amongst all. And one of these few, Peter Obi is number one. Amongst these few, Peter Obi, I repeat, is number one. Let's be honest to ourselves. It's just like me now complaining that Peter Obi never visits my platform. And now say, oh, Peter Obi is not the right person. That's selfishness. Because you cannot have the presidency by your name, that means Peter Obi or any other person cannot have it. That is selfishness. No, it shouldn't be like that. Nigeria is falling. According to Dele Farotimi just now, Nigeria is falling. Let's be honest to ourselves. If we continue to fail in this manner by coming together to speak in one voice, my brothers and my sisters, we are not going anywhere. I'm telling you, we are not going anywhere. So, Moele Sowore, you have a lot to offer. A lot. I have so much respect for you. I will continue to beg you. Please, please, and please again, work with Peter Obi. Swallow that pride. I've sent you this message now on air, off air, and otherwise. You keep declining. Why? Just why? Between you and I'm not wishing you bad luck, sir. Between you and 2027, you cannot win presidency to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let's be honest to ourselves. You cannot. Nigerians are not ready yet to follow you same way they are currently following Peter Obi. Then, why can't you join the movie train? Swallow that pride, my brother. Work with Peter Obi. You have a lot to offer. Just imagine, you have someone like Omoyele Sowore, Baba Dati Ahmed, Peter Obi, Natasha, Senator Natasha. These four in one cabinet. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That Nigeria of our dream will come to reality. That Nigeria of our dream will come to reality. What are you saying? You have these four. Peter Obi, Omoyele Sowore, Dati Ahmed, Senator Natasha Okpokwo. Have these four. Nigerians in diaspora will move back home. I'm telling you. And the only person that is not allowing these four to work together right now is Omoyele Sowore. Nobody else. Because I know if Peter Obi reach out to Natasha today, Natasha will join Dati Ahmed and Peter Obi. We just need Omoyele Sowore. Tell me who go win election over these four. Tell me. These four did the same party. And they sing in one voice in 2027. Tell me how Tinubu want to have second term. Both Ringy and otherwise. He cannot. It's impossible. But I don't know why. I don't know why my brother don't want to work with Peter Obi. What is happening? Can you come out cleanly in a clear manner to let us know that this is the reason? Because your reason is not good enough. He was once a PDP member, fine. But does he have any criminality to his name? Anyway, I'd like us to move on. Let's listen to what Onokpasa have to say. I would like to quickly appreciate Also, thanks for the super chat earlier on. I'm very, very grateful. And Jaja, God bless you. God bless you all. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you once again, Michael Ogadamaru. My people, I'm grateful. Press on the like, help us to share. Let's listen to what Onokpasa have to say here. This one is a shocking one. Una remember Onokpasa? The same Onokpasa where he fight with Rufai on live TV with Rufai. Una still remember? That same Onokpasa that have defended Tinubu back to back. Onokpasa don't come out now, can't destroy Tinubu. In fact, the way they finish Tinubu this time, more come out forgets. See, man, I said the way Onokpasa they finish Tinubu this time. Make una watch what Onokpasa want to talk.
No, the chairman of your party says 2027 is a done deal. Everything is done.
Which done deal? Which done deal when the people are hungry? Is it that easy for it to be a done deal? Let's feed our citizens. Let's govern well. It's not a question of people defecting to our party. It's a question of us ruling well. And in that angle, we have failed woefully. President Bola Tinubu has failed woefully to rule well, to provide food for Nigerians, to give them succor in this hard times. Let me come to this. The governor of Delta State, who recently defected to our party, is actually my cousin, Sheriff Oberewori. I don't have the slightest idea why he defected to our party. He did not tell me he was defected to our party. I wish he were. But I don't think it has value to him, or he has value to our party, or he adds value to Delta State. But I just wish he were. This whole idea of let everybody be, let us just keep packing people into our party, that's not democracy. The interesting thing, Ruben, is that you must always have opposition because people must disagree. This idea of a one-party state is simply unattainable. There must be disagreement. Even in our party, we disagree. We are not even a one party in our party. Is it Nigeria that will become a one-party state? It's a waste of time. So, I wish my dear cousin, Sheriff Oberewori, well. I welcome him to our party. But I don't think this idea of everybody joining one party is good for democracy. I don't even understand why he left his party. It does not make any sense to me. Does not at all. I think President Tinubu should concentrate more on bringing down prices of goods and services, strengthening democratic values and all this idea of people coming to our party. That's not what is going to make us win the election in 2027.
This should take out.
I can tell you, just a minute, Ruben. I can tell you for free, Ruben, that at this rate we are going, all these things will help us in 2027. If we are not careful, Bola Tinubu will end up as a one-term president. Quote me anywhere. Go on, Ruben.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask you that you are saying President Tinubu is not feeding Nigerians. You are saying people joining the APC is not good for democracy and all of that. Has it occurred to you that this could be interpreted that you are engaging in anti-party activity? Loyalty to the party, we always hear, is supreme. But here you are condemning your own party. Is there something we don't know that we should know? Have you left the party?
I'm not. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. I'm a foundational member of the APC. And I'm not leaving it for anybody, including President Tinubu. Now, if you see the truth, you see the Bible says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You cannot pretend, even you, Ruben, you can't pretend that there is no hunger in the land. You cannot pretend that people are not finding it difficult to make ends meet. That's all. In fact, when Bola Tinubu called us to support him, he promised to make food cheap. You know, at that time we were being insulted. We are Agbadorians. We are this, we are that. You know. So we told him, we said, let us just produce food. And that's what he promised us. Only for him to come to power and then, in fact, only God understands what he's doing. That's his headache. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. Not at all. But I'm certainly not supporting him for 2027. And I'm going to make sure, go to gather with, it's not even PDP people. PDP is just a ridiculous party. They are not serious. It is us in APC who are dissatisfied with him, who put him in power. We are the ones that will remove him from the power. I can assure you of that, Ruben.
Okay, Jesus Tega, okay. You are talking also about problems within the APC. So is Senator Adolphus Wabara right then, that in fact there is likely to be...
Hello, Ruben, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Hello, Ruben, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Go on, yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Are you saying
Yes,
that Senator Adolphus Wabara is right to say that there will be an implosion very soon in the APC? Because you are also saying that there are some fifth columnists, like your good self, if you may be so described, inside the APC who want to sabotage the APC. What is the source of grievance?
I don't think...
What are you people unhappy about, dissatisfied about, that you want to work against the APC from within?
We don't want to work against our party. Those of us who are dissatisfied, we want to work against President Tinubu. It's not against our party. We don't want him anywhere near the Aso Rock in 2027. He has done his bit. He has tormented, tortured Nigerians enough. We don't want him near the aims of power, you know. Aso Rock in 2027. He has done his bit. He has tormented, tortured Nigerians enough. We don't want him near the aims of power, you know. Wabara says that there will be an implosion in our party. He is very, very wrong. There's no implosion in our party. We are certainly not going to decamp to his own party. It's wasting his time. We are in our party, and in this party, we will ensure that Bola Tinubu does not come for a second term, because that will be great torment and torture for Nigerians. So, we are still in our party, Ruben. We're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Certainly not going to that ridiculous party called PDP.
Jesus Tega.
We are here. We are going to show our president that we are the ones that put him in power, and we are the ones that will remove him from the power.
Asking you, this is your anti-Tinubu posture, by extension, anti-party posture. Is it born out of sour grapes? Because on this show and on the morning show, you have complained about people who work for Tinubu not being compensated, and that other people, wayfarers, all these stomach infrastructure politicians, were the ones who have benefited from the government. Is that your main grouse? Or they have settled you and you have not, you are not satisfied?
No, not at all, Ruben. First of all, Ruben, you know me. You know I'm not a hungry man. I stay in the Transcorp Hilton. It's not Bola Tinubu that pays my bills. Whenever I'm in Nigeria, I stay here. It's not Bola Tinubu that pays my children's school fees. It's not Bola Tinubu that does anything for me. You know? So it's not as if I'm a hungry man or a poor man. Yet, to be fair, how do people work for you to get into power and you use and dump them and you start empowering other people who never belong to our party, who never worked with us at the campaign council, you know, who just... I mean, I don't understand this Bola Tinubu of a man. He will just... I don't know what his game plan is. But he's wasting his time because we are the ones that put him in power. We know our calculations, how we put him in power. And we are going to get him out of that power. That's for sure. He's wasting his time. All these people...
Onokpasa, we go like make you confess. I beg. You know, say that time when you fight, I felt beg you make you confess. You first talk and say, get the way you take put Sam for power. Now say, I hope so now they hear me or they hear say no volume. I don't know. I beg, please, can anybody hear me? Onokpasa, confess. Because my concern now is that this man is saying that by fire, by force, Tinubu can never win second term in office. Never. And he's saying, we put him there mathematically. We know what we do, we'll put him there. We go do the same thing to remove him. So we need more confession from this man. And my question to Onokpasa be this. If Tinubu appointed him, let's say Tinubu appointed this man for come out today, can say Tinubu failed woefully. At this particular moment now, the submission of this man, are you guys telling me that this man is speaking organically for the people or is speaking based on his own disappointment? By Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see why we cannot trust these people. Thank you, Madam Rita, I can see you. The truth of the matter is this. If maybe Tinubu gives this man appointment, if we not come out and say, Tinubu not going to win second term, mathematically, how we take him in, we remove him. It's because Tinubu, the only one thing I tell like this Tinubu regime, now be this, so to be honest, we'll be honest to ourselves. The hunger, the situation, the insecurity is in fact, now general thing. Tinubu not choose anybody. Now everybody here they suffer. The only people that is exempted from this whole thing are Tinubu and the family. Every other persons, one way or the other, both politicians, all of them are feeling it. Now only him and his family or his wife and children finish. That is exempted from this whole situation. So Onokpasa, you still need to confess. Because at the moment now, I don't know whether now hunger make this man dry like this or hair. If now hunger, Tinubu abeg send bag of rice go give her. Because the way they see this man, so it be like say the man the hungry, the economic hardship is affecting this man. Tinubu abeg, if now one bag of rice or two, wanna send go give this man. This man is hungry. To be honest, this is not a joking statement. This realistically, this man is hungry. I don't know they see what they see. Now let me they see this thing. But meanwhile, let's listen further.
How do people work for you to get into power and you use and dump them and you start empowering other people who never belong to our party, who never worked with us at the campaign council, you know, who just... I mean, I don't understand this Bola Tinubu of a man. He will just... I don't know what his game plan is. But he's wasting his time because we are the ones that put him in power. We know how our calculations, how we put him in power. And we are going to get him out of that power. That's for sure. He's wasting his time. All these people, they will stab him in the back at the last time. Now, whatever he thinks he's doing, he forgets that just because of the hunger in the land, it is very easy to campaign against. Very easy to campaign against. And those of us who campaigned for him, a lot of us, we campaign against him. And we will get him out of that power. He's a one-term president, I assure you, Ruben Abati. Bola Tinubu is a one-term president. Thank you.
Well, it's Nigerians that will determine that. It's not angry people like yourself taking a decision on that. But let me ask you, what do you think of coalition politics?
Yes, but even at that, Ruben, a majority of Nigerians did not vote for him. We did the calculation. All we needed to do was to wait for Atiku and Peter Obi to split their votes. That's how we won.
Una hear am? Una dey hear the confession? God don dey punish all of them from 1 to Z, all the way from Bola Ahmed Tinubu go reach the lowest for a cabinet. Both the one wey disagree with him or not pleased with his way of governing the country or whatever, satanically, but confession upon confession. Una hear wetin Onokpasa dey talk. When I remember, I said one of the biggest pain of Peter Obi was this man. The way they appear for Arise that time, I said they appear for channels. He said Tinubu no win. Now we do the mathematical calculation. They off the beavers. The beavers were deliberately and satanically turned off. INEC satanic Mahmoud Yakubu declared satanic Tinubu at 4 a.m. the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, one of the satanic body of satanic Tinubu is publicly, satanically confessing. Una dey hear am? Una say confession. I go play that part again because Nigerians, we are too quick to move on. We watch videos these days and see other informations on air. We just look it and push it by and move on. This is a public confession. Normally, in a country that works, Onokpasa is supposed to be stoned to prison immediately after this interview. Immediately, Tinubu is supposed to be chased and bring in for questioning. Mahmoud Yakubu is supposed to be stoned. Yes. Some of them say, no, be careful. Careful of what? Tell me, careful of what? As I talk to Nassau, no light for here. No lights. Nothing is working. Then the tempest way the beat make you not cry. I be no say the situation of Nigeria right now is affecting the poor and the rich altogether. Onokpasa is confessing on a national TV. He's confessing. Listen for that.
At the last time. Now, whatever he thinks he's doing, he forgets that just because of the hunger in the land, it is very easy to campaign against. Very easy to campaign against. And those of us who campaigned for him, a lot of us, we campaign against him. And we will get him out of that power. He's a one-term president, I assure you, Ruben Abati. Bola Tinubu is a one-term president. Thank you.
Well, it's Nigerians that will determine that. It's not angry people like yourself taking a decision on that. But let me ask you, what do you think of coalition politics?
Yes, but even at that, Ruben, a majority of Nigerians did not vote for him. We did the calculation. All we needed to do was to wait for Atiku and Peter Obi to split their votes. That's how we won. Since 1999, Bola Tinubu has had the lowest margin of votes of all presidents. He had less than 40% of votes. We calculated it. We worked at campaign council. Go and check the records. So there's nothing I don't know about how Bola Tinubu won.
But
let's see how we win in 2027.
Yeah, but Tinubu got 62%. He got 62% of the votes from northern Nigeria. But let's leave statistics. What do you think of coalition?
Abati, Abati, stop that rubbish. Stop that rubbish, Abati. Your hypocrisy stinks. Somebody is confessing. You are antagonizing him. Were you part of the people that mathematically calculated those satanic results? Those satanic figures that they bestowed on Nigerians? What do you mean? People when they lock for inside one room, where carry pen and paper, when manipulate everything. People when you off beavers, they are confessing. You are telling him that he wants 62. Now you give out the 62%. Person they tell you say Bola Ahmed did not even win up to 40%. Do they say he wins 62%? Abati, this is your Gorimakpa head. You have to be very careful. You have to be very, because I like you, but you really need to be very careful. You really need to be very careful. Somebody is telling, like, confessing in the broad daylight that Tinubu did not get up to 40%. Abati is telling us that he got 62%. Where from? Una see confession. Confession everywhere. Don't go to talk for you. Some of them don't like us. Because we don't want Nigeria better. Not knowing that me and my panelists, 99.9% of my panelists here and myself, what we are doing today, we don't have to do it. In case you're not aware. That comfort where we do, everybody they beg God, God already give us. I will repeat it again. 99.9% of me and my panelists, we don't have to do this. We don't have to. I'll pack my load. I won't sit down for my other country. I'll be there. That condition will they blow me. I'll they travel from one country to another, excluding Nigeria. We don't have to do this. Confession. By now, Onokpasa are supposed to already be behind bars for questioning. Say how not do one. He's telling us orally because he knows that Nigeria is a failed state. Why the citizens are all cowards. Nobody can dare come for him. This is a broad daylight confession.
He had less than 40% of votes. We calculated it. We worked at campaign council. Go and check the records. So there's nothing I don't know about how Bola Tinubu won.
But
let's see how we win in 2027.
Yeah, but Tinubu got 62%. He got 62% of the votes from northern Nigeria. But let's leave statistics. What do you think of coalition politics? And whether it will have any... Yes, the coalition being put together by Waziri Adamawa, Atiku Abubakar, Nasir Rufai, Peter Obi, and other people who say they will work against Tinubu.
You see the problem. The problem about all these people is all of them have ego. And if you are not willing to step down for your brother, no, but I'm trying to translate from Urobo, my native tongue, from Okme. If you are not willing to step down for your brother, nobody in the family gets ahead. Everybody will just remain where they are. That's their problem. I don't even like any of them. I don't like Atiku. I don't like Obi. We are a country of over 200 million people. There are other people that will come up. It doesn't have to be Atiku. It doesn't have to be Obi. Certainly not Tinubu. And anybody in my party who doesn't like what I'm saying, that's the person's headache. So there are other people coming up, Ruben. You will see them. Are we not networking? We are holding meetings, if you don't know. We are holding meetings, even within our party.
Okay.
So it does not have to be Tinubu. It doesn't have to be Atiku. It doesn't have to be Obi. It can even be you, Ruben. Can't you be president? What do you mean by that?
No, I don't want to be president of Nigeria at this time. Maybe in the future. Maybe. If you give me Nigeria to run, I will run it, but not now. But let me ask you, is there an alternative? Is there an alternative to Tinubu in your party, the APC, given the objective conditions? Party? Yes. Who is the alternative right now?
Dr. Abati.
Given current objective conditions.
Dr. Abati, there are too many people in our party. And you know the funny thing, Dr. Abati? There are just too many people in our party that are angry with Bola Tinubu. Really angry. So he will be shocked in 2027 what we will do to him in the party. We will disgrace him and humiliate him in our party. I assure you, barrister, just to take our Onokpasa, I assure you of that. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onokpasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will
the
walk out of
economy.
Your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Onokpasa, me respectfully.
You will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onokpasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. Is at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onokpasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onokpasa, moderate yourself. All right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. You're
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly,
it's been an because of your friends.
Because it's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it.
I'm not evading your question. Listen,
please answer it if you can.
I'm fine. You listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Onokpasa, answer my question.
You can never.
Mr. Onokpasa, answer the question. Dignify yourself. Mr. Jacob says that dignify yourself and answer the question. Dignify yourself.
Please, can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the question.
Can we have peace in the studio?
My God.
Can we have peace?
What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr. Onokpasa, please calm down.
Mr. Onokpasa, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked the question.
Please, Mr. Onokpasa.
Dr. Bati, let him answer the question.
Okay, do we end this program now? Both of you will not allow me to talk.
You see, and there's another thing again I noticed about Onokpasa. You know, and nobody pray me anybody sick, but we need to find out what's wrong with him. The man have lost weight drastically. Remember, the DG for Peter Obi before, doing Okukbe, he was losing weight back to back. Nobody paid attention to that at that particular time. But what is happening to Onokpasa? Is it because Tinubu dump him or the man, something is not right? I don't know. But on this video, what's your take, my people? Put it on the comment section. This is Nigerian Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigeria time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Guys, take care for now. Hey, broad daylight confession. My people, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm only going to come back again to talk about what you can see right now there on the screen. Peter Obi have introduced online portal, an identity card, with a code and everything for all Obidient, both home and abroad. What does that sound? Be like say Peter Obi one register new party. Now, what I think with that? I don't know, but just hold on. Mother Deborah is here. Mother Deborah, thanks for calling in, man. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We are here. Good evening to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too.
And to everyone, all our viewers and commenters all over the world. Let me just start quickly with the last video you showcased about that the Onokpasa. You are right. If you look at the way he looked in this video compared to his previous video before the election, there's a difference in his physical appearance. I would not say it's hunger because I don't think some of the politicians in Delta State. So I don't really think it's hunger, but it could just be that it's either he's recovering from maybe from a health issue. Probably that's the only thing.
So madam, you think say not be the bag of rice that Tinubu refused to give her and Emeka can lose weight?
I don't think so. It looks like something physiological. I don't think so.
Oh,
for
okay.
an adult, for a grown adult like that, if it's a child, malnutrition can affect them like that, but not for a grown adult. Like that, hunger cannot make a grown adult to just lose weight like that. The only thing that can likely make a grown adult to look like that is mostly health condition. It could just be that he's recovering because he's not a young man like that. You know, so probably he could just maybe recovering from a health condition.
If it's a health issue, I wish him a quick recovery. But if now hunger, let Tinubu go give him a bag of rice.
No, I don't. To be honest, I don't think it's hunger. I can only ascribe it to, for a man of his age, he's probably above 50. So he will be predisposed to certain health conditions. So I'm just going to say he's probably recovering. We've not seen him for a while. So it could just be that he's probably recovering from the health condition. So that is that. Then regarding what he's saying, I think he still has beef with Tinubu. The beef he has he's not got out of it. So in my own opinion, the APC will fight against itself. It's obvious that what happened to PDP might happen to APC as well in this 2027. They might have a faction of APC that will work against Tinubu. That for sure is going to happen. So likelihood of what happened to PDP might happen to APC in this coming election. There might be some parts of APC that will work against Tinubu. So he's not going to have the kind of support that he has in 2023. But my only fear regarding what Peter Obi has introduced this online portal and identity card is a very, very brilliant idea. It's a good way of mobilizing people. But my fear in this whole thing is that Tinubu has already started making moves to remove PVC voting and all of that. And if he succeeds in doing it, whether it's going to be difficult for anybody to be able to, even if people come out to vote, they will still be able to rig easily. I think he saw what happened the last election, and Tinubu will do everything to prevent that kind of a situation from repeating itself. And if he succeeds in removing PVC and removing that, then it's going to be expressway for him to reach. And I don't see anybody that is going to stop him because he has the judiciary on his side and he has the legislators are on his side as well. So I don't see any kind of electoral reform that's going to happen between now and 2027. If anything is going to happen, it's going to be something that will be in favor of the ruling party, that will be in favor of Tinubu. So I don't know how that is going to work out, except if he's not able to achieve that. But if he's able to achieve removing PVC, and I know Tinubu, if he wants to do something, he will do it. And I don't see anybody that is going to stop him, except God. If he removes PVC, then all these efforts that Peter Obi is putting in this portal, I don't know how effective that is going to be. We'll just wait and see what is going to happen, you know. But I think Tinubu is going to have there are a lot of odds against him. He's going to have people that are going to work against him in this coming election. Then let me just quickly say something about Sowore. I think you say a lot. I listened to your own presentation, and you were quite right. You were quite spot on. You see, sometimes people with the kind of personality that Sowore has, that is the problem they have. I think he thinks he knows more than everybody. Yeah, he thinks he knows, he has this arrogance in him that he believes he knows more than everybody. But he fails to realize that nobody knows everything. You know, sometimes a little bit of humility, if he's humble a bit, that can make a lot of difference. And this arrogance is why he's not going anywhere. You see, he's a good activist, and he will make a good politician. But this is personality. You have to work with others. And if you think you can work alone, and this is the reason why he's not getting support. It's this same attitude that is really driving people. That's why he's not able to gain the support of the youth. I listened to one of today's presentation when he spoke against when he spoke about Sowore, and it's the same thing he said. So I think if Sowore is listening, let him not think he knows everything. There's nobody that knows everything. I mean, if he's able to listen to wise counsel and know that you cannot be a president of the country without working with people, and you can never just think you are perfect. You are next to God. You are deputy God. Every other person, it has to be you that will save Nigeria. It's never going to work out for him well. So I really hope he brings down his ego, although it's going to be difficult for him because he has said a lot of things. And if he has to reverse back, that would be a kind of a sign of weakness on his own part. So he would rather want to stand on that place where he is. You see, people with such ego, that's the way they act. Instead of doubling down on their words, they will choose to remain there, even if it's not going to favor them. They will still choose to remain there. So I just wish him good luck. But the truth of the matter is that he's not going to go far. He's not going to go far like that, because if you put 10 people together, you might just see only one that will want him. Somebody like that, nobody wants him to be in the leadership position, because he's not going to listen to anybody. Somebody will not listen to anybody. Because he believes he knows everything. He believes that nobody can advise him, nobody can talk to him. If you are a leader that think you know everything, you are not ready to take advice, you are not ready to work with anyone, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard for him to move forward. Anyway, that's all I have to contribute to this broadcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Madam Deborah, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Okay. My people, not be small thing. Today, I don't want to spend time for here, but more see I go. Peter Obi does set now, to move to the next level. According to Madam Deborah, due to say Tinubu and themselves, they want to try and make them cancel beavers, allegedly. If they cancel them, it will be as it gets, to be honest. But what we can see right there on the screen right now, as you can see, reported by Arise TV, Peter Obi launches online portal ID card for Obidient movement members in Nigeria and in diaspora. So I don't want to read much, but I would like to quickly put this here. There's a website anyway they are trying to put together now where everybody can go, I guess, to register. But the website will be launched in the next 3 hours. I checked it this morning, it was 18 hours. So the website will be launched in the next 3 hours. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can put that on screen. Bear with me. Because according to the calculation here, the countdown time, there you go. So we have 3 hours, 8 minutes, and down seconds. You know, anticipate the launch. Join us as we count down to a new Nigeria. The movement that will transform our nation begins here. Not be smart, no. Obidient. Not be smart. Peter Obi don't come out now from another angle. Now this man, I make me tell like this man. Don't come out now from another. Because it be like say, anyway, in 3 hours from now, obviously we're not going to do online anymore for reminder now. I believe I don't close that time. But this link, make a your share them. I want to put out for comment section. Make una save them. Make everybody save this link so that we can embrace it immediately after 3 hours. The link will be posted. Save that link. Save that link. Or let me, okay, everybody, okay, let me repost again for the general. I only posted it on Just Nigeria. I'm posting the link again. Yeah, I posted it to everybody. Depending on where you're watching us from. You know, save the link. We are getting there. But meanwhile, once you've registered, what you are going to get is this one here. You see this ID card with the CISO for screen. Now, 2 ID cards, then they say you go get 2. Although we still need more information on this, we'll try and see if we can invite UNISA here, make one explain further to us. These are all the ID cards, you know, 2 of them together in a Zoom 10. You can see. These are what you are going to have. Obidient movement card, and then Obidient movement, another one with a portal number and all that, blah, 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 with a code number. You know, yeah, like I said, I don't know much about it yet. We need a specialist to come in here to take us through on it. But it's a good news. Or what do you think? For me, it's a good news. Let's see how it goes. My people, I've done my part today. I'd like us to start talking. I'd like to quickly appreciate UC Andrew. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm very, very grateful for the super chat earlier on. God bless you. Jacob Obidient once again. Thank you very much. Jaja, thank you. I want to give Ferdinand, Amaka Fojebi, Sonny Giomede, and Michael Oranamaro. I'm grateful, my wonderful people. God bless you all. Black Panther, please talk to me. Good evening to you, my brother. Chapali. Black Panther, where you did now? Okay, talk to us.
I was listening to you. I thank you for speaking to Mr. Revolution. Thank you for speaking to him directly. What we need from him, he should pick 1 or 2 people that will come together and let us forge ahead. This country is too big for one person. It's our country. Now, I would like to speak on Onokpasa. Onokpasa is mischievous. I think he's looking for an appointment, because that's the way Nigerian politician does. They go against the person, give the person the power does not really answer to them, and which is unheard of. I don't know why he's not given an appointment. Maybe somebody in the government is blocking him. I guess so. But if he's given, he will change his tone. But mind you, he's a brother to, because of settling with the president's wife. That is why they cannot touch him yet. But let us know that he is an old man. He might have gotten sick before. So that might be something that has happened to him. But now I want to also say here that Obi has listened to us, and Obi has started. You know, I was saying it the other day. I said Obi should come on, stop going around giving speech. He should come in and start tactically and start the movement, so that we know what to do. The game has started, and Obi has started the game. They will be confused. All what he's doing now, a lot of us will be confused. They will say we want to set up a party. It might not be so. That is really an opposition should do. Get them confused, go on your plan, and make sure your plan is diligently followed, and we'll get to the promised land. I want to thank Mr. Obi for listening to us and listening to the voice of the progress.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. All right. Let's quickly do this chapali. We only have 30 minutes from now to round up this show. Yes, I don't want to stay here for long. Madam Rita, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, man. You have 15 minutes to talk to us.
All right.
Please
Yeah.
talk to us.
Thank you very much. You have 30 minutes, and Black Panther wants to join. Anyway, Mr.
No, Black
Elvis.
Panther already talked. Before you come, we don't close.
Okay, I will talk quick. Good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. Happy Sunday. My lovely Iyelame, I'm the only one that still loves you ever. And greetings to Nigeria Watch family, Love Maduka, every other person, Debbie, Z Creative Court, and of course, Mr. Jonathan, who is also my panelist. Mr. Elvis, I came late when you were playing Mr. Onokpasa's video, so I'm just going to follow up with what Madam Deborah said. Madam Deborah, good evening, and thank you very much.
Watch it later. We already uploaded the same video on Nigeria Watch.
Yeah, definitely. I'll watch it later. Yes, I'm just going to follow up for what Madam Deborah was saying. Madam Deborah, thank you so much for always calling. God will bless you, ma. Yes, regarding the show, you were talking, and I totally agree with you. But there's one thing that I have seen, the difference between Shore and VDM now, because I don't even think at this time I want to compare Shore and Peter Obi, because they're not in the same league at all. Peter Obi is way, way ahead. What I've come to see is VDM has been talking, has been challenging, and he has also been reacting positively. I'm careful with my words. VDM has been talking and acting positively for the people. For the people. But what Shore has been doing, he's been talking, yes, selective talk. But he's doing this stuff for his ego. You see the difference? One person he's talking, but he's doing stuff, and the people are seeing it, and they even give him a title like the youth president, and he has claimed it, and because they are seeing his truth, they are seeing his stance, he's actively participating, actively investigating, and we are all seeing it. He's doing it for the people. But what you see the difference? And that's why if VDM and Shore stand today, I kid you not, it's only 1% that will stand with Shore. The 99% will stand with VDM, because one has been talking and doing. He has gone to jail like Shore has gone to jail. I mean, even though it's not as long as Shore has, gone through, but this man, VDM, just started how many years ago? And he's inspiring the youth from every tribe, every part of the country. The man speaks Hausa, he speaks Yoruba, he even speaks his Edo language. So that is, I don't know which part of Edo, he comes from, but, he's everywhere, active. He's even international, challenging the government of the nation. He's not just going local, international. And he's doing stuff. You see him, listen, he even went to Jos. This is what investigative journalists supposed to be doing. This guy's doing it. But Shore is just talking, feeding his ego. We are hearing him lambast government people. Yes, you talk about what they're doing. You talk about how what they say is different from what they're doing. If he talks about that, then what after? We just see you go to these occasions, make speeches, because you want people to go to your channel look at your newspaper, Sahara TV, and and be reading stuff, because you're just building yourself. We are not. I don't know if he's doing any stuff, but if you want to get involved with the people, you need to be seen, and whatever you are doing, it needs to be seen to be done. You see the difference? Peter Obi talks, Peter Obi does, and it is seen. And that's why people are gravitating towards Peter Obi, gravitating towards VDM. And Shore would not see it that way, because he's feeding his ego. You see, this ego of a thing, sometimes it consumes you, that you can, no matter what you see or hear or the advice that is given to you, you will never, ever get it, because you have been consumed by your ego. So when you are talking, it will not seem like you are jealous of the person that all of a sudden came from nowhere and is popular. I kid you not. I'm waiting for the day that Shore will talk against VDM. That would just give everybody a confirmation. No, this guy is just jealous of anybody who is not as popular as he is, and he claims he has been popular since the days of Abiola until now, you know, your party, we have not seen anything that you have done to is it AAC party. We haven't seen anything innovative or a change. We haven't seen you, okay, investigating, go to these places that they say Nigeria is bad. Go to these men's offices, carry your press men, go and interview the what they call it, the police chief of Nigeria, or the people, or even the magistrate or the lawyers. Go. We need to see what you are doing to make those changes. It's not just carrying placards or making a statement and you're not doing. You understand? That's the difference. This generation is not just about talk. It's also about doing. And if you know you are sacrificing yourself for Nigeria, a whole nation, people need to see what you're doing to be inspired by you. People are seeing what Peter Obi is doing. They're inspired by him. Even the bashing, even people that are supporting him, they're bashing sometimes. It's just to correct him. It's not as if they hate him. And what I'm saying now, it's not as if I dislike, I don't have any reason to dislike Shore. No, I agree. You sacrifice whatever you sacrifice. But when I look at everything holistically, it just seems so something about is a personal ego that he's just feeding. Because all this talk. Okay, what you're saying might be true, or it is true. We've seen it. It ends there. It ends there. We're just giving us information to think about. But what are you doing about it? VDM is giving us information. He's challenging the government, challenging the ministries, even internationally. Look at what he did for those girls in Ivory Coast. Come on. Because of what VDM say, he's challenging them. He even sacrificed donated money. And then he had to even bring, what's her name, Abigail Dabri. She's not even acting. Nido is not forced to act. You see, his action is forcing these agencies to do something. That's why people will gravitate towards him. But Choro is just talking. And he's only feeding his ego. I see him as a selfish person. I make no apologies, but that's what I see. Anyway, I don't want to ponder my 15 minutes time talking about Choro. And then the registration that Peter Obi is introducing online, yes, that's a good is a good process. It's a good introduction. But you know, the questions that I need to be asked. For me, the way I see it, this registration would be good for Northerners, because Northerners, when it comes to registration, all those things, they need to see something to hold on to. And I think Yanusa, one of the the national coordinators. I mean, I think I have a feeling that it's kind of sat down and say, you know what, these people, they need to have a card that they're obedient. That would also, encourage other Northern youths. So like, you know what, I'm an obedient person. I feel I belong and I believe in this man's legacy. I believe in this man's dream for Nigeria. So I need to find something to hold, not just holding APC or PDC or the PVC card. I need to know that I am supporting. So that's it. It would kind of encourage most Northerners, I feel, that's my opinion, to really gravitate towards Peter Obi and the obedient movement per se. But however, coming down to politics, there's something called registering for, an ideology, and there's another thing to actually go and vote. In Nigeria, we have voter apathy. There's a lot of things that happens. We all witnessed what happened in 2023 presidential elections. We all saw everything. So even if you had an obedient card as at that time, you were registered as an obedient as at that time, it wouldn't have made any difference. See, we see back to the electoral process, the process of voting. From the presidential election, these satanic parties, they learned from the mistakes that they made. You see what happened to Gbadebo was vying for Lagos State governor. Because they saw what happened in the presidential election, we saw the kind of vicious and intimidating actions they took against voters. We saw it. So having a card wouldn't have made a difference. There are people who are in charge of these kinds of behavior, like MC Oluomo, for example. So having a card wouldn't make a difference. So, or is having that card, is it a way of trying to track obedience that voted or didn't vote? Because we still have the beavers is still existing. They will switch it off again. So that's why I say, for me, the way I see it, it is beneficiary to most Northerners, because Yanusa Tanko, he understands the dynamics and the temperature of how Northern people think, or how the Northern youths are thinking, right? So for them to have something as a proof that they're part of Obidient, it will be necessary for them to have like an ID card, so they'll have a sense of belonging and a sense of belief that this is what we are in for. But in generality of it, I don't know how positive it's going to be in this kind of useless electoral process that we are practicing. And I know the other day Prince Alaba was saying, electoral reforms, but our problems are beyond that. And if we don't go to the bedrock of the issues, all these things will be in kind of futility. Although it's a good attempt, at least he has tried something. You want to try something different, which is good. But I don't see the relevance of it in the current state of the political dynamics of Nigeria. And as for Mr. Onokpasa, I don't know. He looks very ill. You could see the before and after, of how he looked like. He looked very, very ill. And he kind of looked high. The way he was talking, it's different from how he was talking last year. This time he looks like he's high on maybe some medication, or I don't know, maybe alcohol. I don't know, but he looks like someone that is ill. And nobody prays to be ill. And I just hope that whatever it is that's happening to him, he gets better. And I don't want to even compare it with this man that passed on, but he looks ill. And everything he was saying, I don't know if this like some sort of, maybe the illness brought some sort of epiphany for him. Maybe the medical system didn't work for him in Nigeria, and he saw the lapses, and he felt that, okay, this man is not doing enough. Maybe he has felt it, and that's why he's coming out now looking the way he's looking like, and it's so funny that I don't know why Ruben Abati, they didn't talk about how emaciated he was, because even when Donyo Kupe came to Charles' program, they asked him, like, you've lost, it's not even Charles. I think he came to I think it's Ruben. They asked him, I think maybe it was Charles anyway, asked him, like, you've lost a lot of weight, like, what happened? So I was expecting them to ask, maybe he told them in the beginning, do not ask me about how I look, maybe, I don't know, but yes, all the things he was saying, this is confession time. And I think Onokpasa has felt the pinch. He has felt the pinch of, people like him supporting the man from Bodilon. And that's why he's coming out now with all anger. And Mr. Elvis, you said something, which I agree. If he was given a position now, in this Bats administration, would he have come out the way he's coming out now? I don't think so. There's somebody in Delta State, Gwamishu, the guy who's is an activist. I don't know if you heard about him, Mr. Elvis. He resigned as an SSA for Delta State governor. Oh, okay. I think I sent it to you. Okay, anyway, he has resigned. This was 2 days ago. His resignation letter was written there. The guy now. Yeah, but the person I'm talking about. He has resigned as an SSC to Delta State governor. Yeah, and there's so many things really going on in Nigeria. And there's a video
who resigned, Madam Rita?
His name is Gwamishu. I've forgotten his first name. Gwamishu is he's a popular activist. Like, he goes into the bushes, and there's so many things that he does. There's so many things, as in kidnappers and stuff. Like this popular guy. There was this story we're talking about on this program about the guy from, I think he was in England, that came back to Nigeria, and he was always carrying girls and tying them and stuff like that. So this guy did the investigation. So anyway, Mr. Elvis, I think I'll try and find it. I don't know if I sent it to you. So it's a lot of things going on. So maybe it's some sort of epiphany for Onokpasa to come out and, warn, the man from Bodilon. And I will say amen, that he's the one-term president. I want to say amen to that, to what Mr. Onokpasa said. And the fact I said we calculated it at the campaign council. We calculated
1 minute left.
And he said Bat got less than 40% votes. So what happened to the 60% votes? Harrison Gwamishu, yes, that's his name. What he said they would disgrace and humiliate the man from Bodilon, and that sounds very personal. There's something behind the scenes that we don't know yet, but eventually we'd know. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I think I'm going to stop here for now. I appreciate the time.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Oga Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. I will also give you 15 minutes.
Thank you.
15 minutes since it's 3 of us. Any other person coming now, you are going to get only 5 minutes because I'm running up. Anybody who joins 5 minutes. Mr. Jonathan.
I agree to you. See, I'm trying to maximize that time. Thank you. God bless you. Happy Sunday to you. Bless you for the good work you are doing. And
thank you, sir.
Fellow panelists, I greet you all. God bless you all. Happy Sunday to you. And Mommy Diaspora, once again, I greet you. God bless you greatly, and all the commenters and the callers. God bless you. God bless you all greatly. Welcome. Madam Rita, let me quickly start from one of the areas that you touched on, and I know we've had some discussion on it. I believe 2 days ago or so. You see, this idea that we need revolution. I also listened to Dele Farutimi. For the very first time, I would disagree with Dele Farutimi, and I'll say it. I've heard now people are talking about revolution. Some will say peaceful revolution. Some will say radical revolution. Some will even go to the extent of military takeover and all the rest of it. My question to you is this, very simple. Military takeover. If the military turn to full-blown dictatorship, not benevolent dictator, what will be your alternative? What plan? What will be the next move? Is it not to just sit down and enter house and take your fate, or you have to fight the same fight you are fighting now? I don't understand. The idea that electoral reform should be completely discarded, for me, is unguided. We're talking of freedom, just to say it expressly. Freedom, that is what we are fighting for in Nigeria, because we are slaves, we are not citizens. And we are fighting for freedom. Simply put, that's everything we have put it all. The sum is the sum of it, the summary of what you and I, we are craving for, we are fighting for, is freedom. And when we talk of freedom, then we are talking, we want to be free. And the process to which you can be free is the participation of the citizenry, the entire citizens of the nation. And to say that electoral reform should not be part of it, for me, it is the most unguided, idea. Electoral, even if you call for revolution, whether you call it radical or whatever, benevolent, the electoral reform must be an integral component of that process. You cannot put it away. Before, during, and after, it must work together. In the process of fighting for our freedom, we should not miss this. That is why I said, Mr. Dele Farutimi, just about 10 days ago, because I followed him a lot. In fact, I followed him. He will not even believe it. The way like some people, most people follow. I followed him. I follow him tenaciously. Just about 10 days ago, on his website, delefarotimi.com. Go there right now. The same Mr. Dele Farutimi posted his idea for electoral reform there. Well articulated, even though there are areas that, it's not going to work. And I stated it. So, but is that not contradiction? Now he's calling for revolution. At the same time, you are calling for electoral reform. Which is which, Mr. Dele Farutimi? You need to spell it out. Perhaps it is what I just advocated. It has to work together. Maybe that is what, but I missed that from your entire 50 something plus minutes today. I listened to the entirety of your speech today. I listened to it. I don't see that connection between electoral reform and the revolution that you are calling for. Perhaps I missed it. Maybe that's what you're advocating for, that it must be an integral part of it, then that would be fine. But to now say it is revolution, whether you call it peaceful revolution or whatever, you, the same Dele Farutimi, you spearheaded this amendment process and you put it out there for people to start supporting it. You want to hear people's comment. And I went there about 48, 72 hours after you put it out. And I said one part of it is not going to work, which is the diaspora voting. Diaspora voting is not going to work. People might want to argue with it. When we get to that bridge, we will talk about it. As Nigeria stands today, diaspora voting is not going to work. We are here. We can be advocating for our freedom. We can be talking for our freedom, joining groups, coalescing together, connecting together, networking together so that we can all achieve our common goal, freedom. I can be in the diaspora. I don't have to vote, but I have my own part, my own role to play. Yes. Diaspora voting cannot work in the Nigeria of today. Without electoral reform, without the proper governor, it cannot work. And I will not let the cat out of the bag yet, because I want to hear people's position, whether electoral reform will work or it will not work. Electoral voting will work or it will, I mean, diaspora voting, whether diaspora voting will work for Nigeria of today or not. I really want to hear people. But if you think deep, you will know that diaspora voting in Nigeria of today still cannot work. I will only say this though. You only open an avenue for rigging, an avenue for rigging. You will have successfully expanded their scope of rigging. Yes. That's the area where I disagree with Mr. Dele Farutimi. Maybe there's still miscommunication somewhere here. I'm trying to figure out his position here. I'm still trying to. We have to be articulate and express in what we're putting so that there will be no confusion. And with respect to Showore, see, I've said it, and I'll say it here today. Maybe it has not been expressed enough, but I'll say it today. I believe that Mr. Showore is working for the government. Is working to also say is working for Tinubu. I believe so. The only way Mr. Showore can prove otherwise is to work with people that are relevant, that are objectively relevant, to come together and work. When I say relevant, now I'm talking of the likes of Mr. Peter Obi, and there are other people too. It's not only Mr. Peter Obi. You cannot stay there alone, Mr. Showore. I believe Madam Rita have said it well enough that, you see, you can't win. It's as simple as that. I believe even in the intro, the anchor said something to that effect. You can't win. You know that. So perhaps you are doing this for some other things. For your ego. You just want to be getting the name, the international whatever exposure. I don't understand you. If you are fighting for the people, as it stands right now, your approach right now is a failure. It can't work. What are you trying to achieve? Just to be talking? Why you cannot connect with the people? The same man that you are going around all over the place with right now, the same guy that you are going all over the place right now, that is even in some instances is your lawyer and is still representing you in some cases right now. Deji Adeyanju was a former PDP member who contested to be the National Publicity Secretary of PDP from Kwara State. Why are you working with him? A strong PDP guy for over a decade. So anybody that has joined other party is a devil. You have to look into their antecedent. Look into the antecedent of people like Mr. Peter Obi. If you find any fault in him, bring it out. Let us know. So far as the last time I checked, I've not heard anything from you. The only thing I heard from you is that he has been is part of this, is part of the problem because he was once a former governor. Even if Peter Obi had been a former governor, but he is out now and he's projecting himself. He continues to do that. He's bringing solutions. He has brought solutions. Counter it. Talk on issues. Everything that Mr. Peter Obi has talked about, bring your own idea that is contrary to it. Let's hear you out on each and every subject matter, on the economy, on security, electricity. You're not just to come out and talk, oh, there is no power in Nigeria, everybody is. No. Articulate your process, how you will achieve it for Nigeria. And then we can contrast it with Mr. Peter Obi's. You have not done that so far, Mr. Shore. You have not done that. All you are doing is, yes, you are highlighting the problems that we all know we are facing in Nigeria. And that is why you are getting the listenership. That is why people are listening to you, because you are talking about the problems of Nigeria. But if you join the likes of Peter Obi today, you will even make Mr. Peter Obi better. You will make the likes of Dati better. You will make, in fact, Mr. Peter Obi will be 200% better. And that is what we want. Even if Mr. Peter Obi already has any premonition of any idea of trying to work with this evil, he will bury it right in the moment. Give him your conditions. Have a discussion. This is what I want. This is what I want. I heard about a week ago, somebody said something. I can't remember the platform where I heard it. He said, a Nigerian politician, the final test, the acid test of a Nigerian politician. Tell a Nigerian politician, especially those that are the M's, tell any one of them, name one appointment for me, and I will tell you who you are. Give me one appointment, and I will tell you who you are. That's all, and that is all it takes. You will know whether that appointment is based on religion, or that appointment is based on politics, or that appointment is based on tribal sentiment, or that appointment is based for the good of Nigeria. Let a Nigerian politician give you one appointment. You will know him from the day the day he was born to this moment. You will know everything about him. It takes only one appointment, not two. That is the test. That is the acid. Mr. Showore, you can go to Mr. Peter Obi and demand for things like this, so that you can you imagine you connecting? If you want to be, it's not about just being the president of Nigeria, because from all indication now, that's all you are. That's all you are fighting for. You just want to be the president of Nigeria. And I can tell you for a fact, me as a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian. I'm from Ogun State, from Abeokuta to be precise. As Nigeria stands, you cannot become the president of Nigeria. And from what I have known about you, the history of Nigeria, the way the political process works in Nigeria, I don't think you are better than me. And I'm saying it here. This is not about anything else. Mr. Showore, you cannot become the president of Nigeria as it stands right now. In the next 2-3 electoral cycle, you cannot. But you can make it happen for yourself if you do the needful today. In the next 3-4 electoral cycle, you can emerge as the president of Nigeria. You need to do the needful. Let's just do what is needful, since everything we are all fighting for is our freedom. That's what we're fighting for. Because right now, for me, you are working for Mr. Tinubu. You got to prove people like me, or that prove me wrong. Prove millions of Nigerians like myself, prove me wrong. And I will come out and I will say, yes, I said it. I was wrong. This man is correct. Prove me wrong. You are working for them to propagate yourself, because I don't understand. Okay, come 2027, you are on your own. Tinubu is still there. What have you achieved? You are still fragmented, separated. You are doing it on your own. The other people, Mr. Peter will be on his own. Everybody is doing it on his own. So what will you have achieved by then, Mr. Showore? Then you will just, the only thing is that you can see, you will continue talking. So you are the benefit. You are the only one that is benefiting. The people you are talking to, they are losers. Because you will continue your talking. You will continue to propagate yourself. People will continue to listen to you. Your platform will continue to get the exposure that you've been getting. So you are the benefit. You are the only one benefiting. We need to talk this to Mr. Showore. Please come to your senses and do the needful. Come to your senses and do the needful. And don't let the time is not on our side at all. And finally, with respect to Mr. Onokpasa, see, we all know the day his opposition to Tinubu started was the moment Mr. Tinubu appointed Daniel Bwala. You have been following the Nigerian Mr. Tinubu's, I'm trying to avoid, if you know me very well, I don't refer to him as, I just call him who he is, Mr. Tinubu. His opposition to Mr. Tinubu's government was the very day Mr. Tinubu appointed Daniel Bwala. So, Mr. Ono, yeah, thank you, Mr. Elvis. Let me just say this on Abati. Abati is in the group of what I would call stomach infrastructure journalists. You are having an interview, and your guest is providing information, is giving you vital information. A journalist, Mr. Abati, I started as a journalist, and I know you did not start as a journalist. Okay, but me, I started as a journalist. And I'm telling you, finally, see, if you are on a track and you are interviewing and your guest is giving you, stay on that line of questions. You dare not to deviate. You stay on that line of questioning. That is called journalism massacre. You massacre.
And you don't even interrupt with that vital information. You don't interrupt them.
Even if you have lined up 10 questions, all those 10 questions go in the burner. This is now your time for that interview. You will stay on that line. You dare not move.
They don't know what they are doing, man. They don't know
journalism massacre. That's what you did, Mr. Abati. For whatever reason, I don't know. All I can say is that you are in the class of stomach infrastructure journalists in Nigeria. You have done a disservice.
Thank you.
Mr. Harris, I'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you. Thank you. Sometimes I ask myself what kind of journalism these guys are embracing in Nigeria or practicing in Nigeria. Somebody's giving a vital information. That's the best time for you to stay mute. Even though the person that is giving the information wants to deviate, you drag them back to that question. Again, you will be the one taking the lead of distraction. Mr. Oduwa is good.
He was even disrespecting the man by saying that it's people like you that I'm doing. So he was referring to the man that it's people like him. That's disrespectful.
Mr. Oduwa, talk to us.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Nanjawash. Happy Sunday. Good evening, all the panelists. Thank you all. Happy Sunday. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Kada, Abukbel. Obeduzola Nokwa. Sinuru Nimam, Kovuma Simanyeme. Thank you very much. We are grateful. Good evening, all the commenters, listeners, and viewers, and those passerby. Thank you all. Well, Baba Jonathan, you forget that Ruben Abati is not, he was a spokesman of Goodluck Jonathan. So it's just project them to be distorting and convincing those people that want to allow the truth for Nigerians to know. That is why if you see when he's talking about Sowore, we talk and talk. If you talk about Peter Obi, we talk and see if those people they rub what we call Isan in the body. So it's not there because he wants people to hear the truth. He's sent there to work against the Nigerians. That is who Abati is. He's working against the Nigeria. So that is why he's quickly rebuking the man not to open up more according to what they call the count of a womb or something, or injury or something like that. So he quickly destroyed the man. That is why he's deviating the man, telling the man that Tinubu has 60%. Which a person said, we are the one put it there. He said they just wait to split the vote of Peter Obi and Atiku. Person did not get up to 40% or highest 40%. So they split, but party say no, we gave him 60%. So that is automatically tell you who they are. Well, Onokpasa have tell us the truth. He tried today for coming out to say that they put Buhari there, Tinubu there. That is where what do they call our brother from River State that is causing problem in River now? Wike said it is not by your intelligence or by your capability or capacity. He said because it is just how Onokpasa said they will put you there. They know how to put you there. So well, it will be the duty of Nigeria to say you cannot put anybody there for us. And that is why we said that time that Nigeria, as the result was announced, whatever o'clock you people said they announced it, when people awake, they will have awake in the street. So that will have made the judge or whatever know that Nigeria are not satisfied. But when the Nigeria say no, whatever you people put before us, we are happy. Then that is why the judge say, okay, since you people agree to our terms, then we confirm it for you. Because the two people that put Tinubu there, well, that is why I don't say Tinubu stole the presidency. No, because it was not the one that announced the result. It was not the one that cut the result. It was in his own house, still watching television, just like me and you. You can bring money for me to do something for you. I will not do that thing. It is my choice to do it. It is my choice not to do. The people that robbed Nigeria of 2023 election are the two people, Mahmoud of INEC, while the Supreme Court and his lower court or whatever court, those are the two group of people that stole election from Nigerians. It's not Tinubu. Because if Supreme Court or whatever court said APC did not win, Tinubu will not be in the office. So the court are the most problem that we have, because the courts are the ones supposed to refer INEC back to say go and conduct the election. And Nigeria will not pay you because we are giving you money. If you give person contract, he did not do your work, will you give you another money to do it? No, but you must make sure you do it or you refund your money. So, but because the court is doing business in the name of election today, election tomorrow, come to court, because they are doing business with it. So they make people don't supposed to be in position to be in position. So, Onokpasa, we thank you for this thing you come to reveal, but despite that, we are not going to do anything. We just hear it, and tomorrow we carry on. That is life for you. That's Nigeria. If you can't beat them, you join them. Then, in other hand, people are saying Onokpasa is hungry. No, Onokpasa is not hungry. It's only looking for palliative, because all this their government is palliative government. So when Nigeria need for you, give them palliative, you give them rice. When Nigeria need good road, you give them rice. When Nigeria need anything that you give them rice. Onokpasa is looking for position, say because they work, they put Tinubu there, and Tinubu did not give them position. So Tinubu should go and give Onokpasa palliative. That is what he's looking for. So if you give him palliative, maybe tomorrow he will not be talking against him. Or after that palliative finish, then man still come out again. They can give him palliative. Because Tinubu is not going to give him position. Yes, Tinubu can give him palliative. Because he said that what Tinubu promised them was food. That he will bring food. And now, hunger is in everywhere. What did you use to quench hunger? It's food now. So, and he asked the so-called apathy, that is the hunger did not get to the area he is, and which apathy know that the hunger is also there. So that is for that. Well, let me come for Sowore aspect. Well, I'm a person who likes Sowore. At times I like his arrogancy. At times he hates his arrogancy. You see, nobody is perfect, but people should not just condemn him because it's not perfect. Even the person that want to condemn Sowore is not also perfect. He do things for his ego. Yes, everybody do things of their ego, to their knowledge. Tinubu says, Milocon, it's my time. So Sowore believe him is the best. Other people believe they are the best. No problem. What matter is let us have a sense of, even people that are saying Sowore have not. It is here that people told me that Okbila's mate, I bet we should forget about it. with Nigeria, we cannot make increase it. While others said I should go and buy 40% of my own property. So the same people condemn who is telling me to forget a particular mate are the one coming out to condemn Sowore because they say cannot join people. The vision you see that you think, this person have, other man look it different. That is why they just said you don't look to dance, you don't look dance in one direction, or you don't stay in one place and see sky. So Sowore, me personally, I've said before that Sowore doesn't really have the capacity to organize people together. Because if you have capacity to organize people together, that is AAC. He will have used it to start councillor. Let even have councillor out of that party first. Councillor, not even a chairman or whatever. Let us have councillor, then we look for chairman, we look for governor. But because that mentality to organize people are not there, that is why he believes he has idea of if I'm in position, I will do the thing. But the part to play before you get to that position is what he did not have. And that is where we, the Edo, said, if you say this wood is no good, it's so smoke, the other wood is no good, it's so smoke, then which wood are you going to cook with? You will not cook, because there is no wood you will put the fire that will not bring smoke. So since you say Peter Obi have right to you or reach out to you, it is your duty to know that, okay, this person, where I cannot close my party to, but I will still project you before Nigerians. And I have said it before, I said this several times. If I were to be Sowore during 2023, I would be the first person to project Peter Obi, since the Nigerians said this is what the youth said, this is what we want. And we are all looking for the same direction. It is only in Nigeria I see that so-called activists would be against another of activists. Instead of them coming to and work together, you will see this activist say I'm the best. He will work him out. The other one will say I'm the. So how will something come out for such thing? Okay, my Nigerians, you people say you need Peter Obi. Okay, I join you people, but I cannot close my party because Peter Obi. And if I were to be Sowore, I will have not even contested in 2023. I will give space to another people like Deji can contest in that party. You let that party grow up different people. But because of greediness also, that is why him believe I will be the one to contest it. If you are contesting like the way Buhari and others are doing it, that means you are also desperate. Then you're desperate like Waziri of Adamawa, the way they are contesting every year, Sagi of those states, contesting every this thing, then you will not have a good reputation. So it is your duty to create space. Then if you can come out once a while, then when you know it's necessary. Now that it's not necessary, your distance doesn't necessary. Project another person, let them come. Okay, Peter Obi is what Nigeria projected. Support them. Support Peter Obi. Doesn't mean that AAC will be closed. So that is my advice to Sowore. Nobody know it all. Sowore did not know it all. But to him, he believed what his idea might be superseded. Well, no. Where the owner of computers stop, tomorrow another one start. When they start doing television, it was black and white. Before you know, they make it white. Later, they make television in the hand. Now we are now having television in our own hand. We call it a handset, whatever. That is the same television. So the idea of life doesn't finish. So where your idea, where you stop, other person will start. Work together with others so that you can have a better name, you can have a good reputation. And they can easily even put you in that position that you are willing to maintain. From that position, you can do it better. And tomorrow people will know that, really, this guy have a reputation. But for this time, you are outside talking. Yes, you talk, but the reputation can never be given to you because the position of Nigeria has been hijacked with bad people, with bad mind and bad brain, bad way of life. That is where a person like you who have a good idea or who will have willing to do that thing. Sir?
Mr. Odua,
sir, I can hear you.
Nigerian politicians, they need to hire you as an advisor. You are a political strategist. They don't know. You are a political strategist. Thank you.
So thank you. I don't know if my time is over. So for people like that, for me, I urge everybody to work together because you cannot really do it alone. Peter Obi cannot do it alone. That is why. And I want to also say, for the people who thought that this obedience, it is for the North, it will benefit. No, or want to know, it is not that.
1 minute, sir.
Okay, thank you. You know, I've been saying that Peter Obi should leave Labour Party and form a party since last year. I didn't, because I see this vision ahead. So Peter Obi now want to really know how people are in his support to make a party, because Abure have destroyed Labour. So we need like Sowore, Afarotimi, our brother, former senator of the Sokoto, what do they call it? Anyway, you Sani, like Alex Oti, so on and so forth, to bring out a party. But with this, their ID card, if it really is true to, they will enable them to know how much people support he has to form a party. That's only the way I see it. Not to come and say it is for the North or it's for the South. So that is only thing I can say. Thank you, Mr. Njawa. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Oduwa. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you. Good evening to you once again. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please hold on, sir. Hold on. Thank you, Madam Moni Olagbi, and thanks for calling in, man. Good evening to you. Been a while.
Good evening, my Nigerian family. How we doing? It's good to be back. Thank you, everyone that had of me. I read the message. Okay, please, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, man. Thank you very much,
Thank
man.
you for all you do for us. Mommy Diaspora, I say bless you, Mama. God bless you, Mama. I love you, Thank you, Mommy. Thank you for all you do for us. My lovely panelists, Esu, hi, hey guys. I say hi. Oh God, Jonathan, well done, sir. Thank you, everyone. Today I'm so excited because I'm one of those people that believe in the new Nigeria. No matter what is happening, our nation will not go down. I'm here to just educate us a bit about the Obidient logo, the ID card, and everything. Since we launched our logo, I've changed my DP, both of my phones to Obidient, because I believe in a new Nigeria, and I believe in our principle that says a new Nigeria is possible. My people, I just want to plead with you. Anywhere you are, please go register. It is not for voting per se. What we are doing is, they say we don't have what is it now? We don't have structure. So now we are trying to build our structure because we have learned so much from what happened in 2023. So now what we want to do is from every polling booth, if ever there's going to be an election, we're not talking about election now. We just want to know who we are. So in our street, in our ward, in our state, whatever, in our local government, we want to know the number of obedience that we have. The last time they complained that we did not have polling booth agents. So if I live in a street or in a community, with my council, I should be able to know the number of obedience I have in my polling booth. So if we have 100 of us, it will be so difficult for anybody to tell lies concerning our polling booth, because the 100 of us at that polling booth, we're going to take a picture of our what's it called, of our report card, or what is it called that they use in Nigeria. Then from there we move on to our ward, to the local government, to the state, and everything. Everybody commended Dino Melaye for what he did that night. Nobody was with him. So you can imagine when they want to do that, and we have the 1,000 obedience that are there at that time, that are close to the place. So that is what we want to do. We are building our structure so that we don't depend on any party that our principal eventually goes to give us what is it called now, all those agents. So every obedience in that place is an agent. So even if they switch off the beavers, nobody is going to the court this time. Our principal is saying it in a very subtle way, especially when he was in New York the last time. He said it's not going to do the same thing. So, but we have to be ready for what is going to happen in Nigeria. If there's going to be an election, obedience will not be missing. If there's not going to be an election, we have our movements that are going to be the ones that will be against the government and start talking about the things that is not right about our government. So no matter the way you look at it, it's a win-win for us that we live in a new Nigeria, because we know a new Nigeria is possible. So please, we are counting down. Guys, thank you so much for putting it down, the countdown. Once the website opens, no matter who you are, if you are obedient and you still believe in Nigeria, and you have Mr. Peter Obi as your principal, please register so that we can know the number of obedience that we have, and we shall be able to know the things to do to move Nigeria ahead as the principal has said it. Wherever he goes, we go. A new Nigeria is possible. This is the message that comes for us now, because everywhere we are trying to sanitize ourselves to have a sense of belonging. If you say you don't want to do politics, like Aisha would say, the less educated is the one that will do us, like what we are seeing now. We first of all had one that did not have a certificate, good pharmacy certificate, and we have one that didn't even go to school at all, that attended a school that was not built and that graduated. You know what I'm talking about. We cannot continue like this in Nigeria. Nigeria needs to move forward. The best of us is supposed to be leading the best of us. So my people, I've just come to let you know that please tell your people back in Nigeria that they should please, if they are obedient, they believe in Obi. When the Obi said is not them to be president, but they're going to see a new Nigeria. So every member of the Obidient, we are well-meaning Nigerians that want to see a new Nigeria. Madam Obi said she has leadership in school, that she has young people that she's training to come out with good leaders in Nigeria. So my people, we cannot sit down and begin to watch what is going on in our nation, Nigeria. Everybody is outside Nigeria because that place is more conducive. It is not safe. I want to go back home. I'm going older. So we need to start building our nation so that we can go back to Nigeria. Please, I want to beg you. It's the modality to keep coming as we keep going. So please, when the website launches, click on, register, tell your people we are going to be the structure that will be needed. We are going to do our things ourselves, and we are going to make sure we follow on our results to verify it needs to be. Nobody is going to be caught. They've showed up perfect. After Rodo, like Ogayo used to say it, and we are still rubbing our eyes. But I want to promise you, next election, there's going to be anyone who's not going to be the same way it has been. Obi is not weak. Obi is a smart person. He knows what he's doing. It is a step at a time. So our structure, we are building. My people, let us continue to build. God bless you all. I love you. I need to go back to work.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. I just said let me say this because this is what concerns all of us. We believe in Nigeria, and Nigeria will rise again. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I love
man.
everybody. I keep listening. Bye for now.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Ifeanyi, thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. It's been a while. Yes, sir. It's been a while. It's good to hear from you. Talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Elvis. Good evening, everybody in the house and all the people in the comment section. I've not been around for a while. Nigeria happened to me. I lost my only remaining sibling and a sister.
Oh, wow.
Due to the rot in our medical system.
So sorry.
But all the same, we thank God. All I'm saying this time around is that all these things that are happening all over the nation, all these governments, all these selfish people trying to run into the PC or into this place or that place just for their personal gain, just to retain their position. 2027 will be between them and Nigerians. The time is up, and we are all waiting for this thing that Peter started. P2B, I commend him because it's good to actually take stock and know really who and who are standing with you. And we are all ready. The moment they open up that portal, we are all ready to go there. Because we need this change in this Nigeria. We have tried to see if these people will have a change of heart, but nothing is happening. So it will be between them and Nigerians in 2027. And by God's grace, we will achieve that.
Thank you, sir.
Continue the good work. God will continue to bless you and your household.
Amen. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Accept my sympathy. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much, Kingston Gerahi, for the support. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. Thank you. And for those of you who are joining us right now, I'm reposting the link again so that you can join the queue for the countdown. The link I've just been reposted. join the queue so that you can visit the site and see how it goes from there. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on right now. Let me call on Black Panther. Black Panther, you're the last on the panel. You have 5 minutes. Good to you. You have 5 minutes.
No talk
5
that one.
minutes.
If you want me to talk, just tell me something. I not talk.
No, now wait till I talk. Say I want
just give your order. Say I not go talk so that you go know say you infringe on human rights. If you want to claim it today here. That you want to infringe on my right, then I will stand by it.
I take your right now. Tell me.
So that I will address you as a human right abuser whenever I come to the channel. So do you accept it?
You have 8 minutes. Go ahead.
They gag you, Mr. Evans. They gag you.
I am a prosecutor now. I just dealt with him now.
Okay, go ahead. Now the next 6 minutes for your 8 minutes. Go ahead.
See you. Who are you? Mahmoud. I want to thank everybody. I've been listening to everybody. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been speaking. And we should not be faster than our shadow at times, As event goes on, we should monitor events and try to, really put it on our round table at home or wherever we put in our thinking room, think over what is going on, because we don't need to be throwing things. No, that's not how it goes. That's not how politics goes. We have to really look. There's a dimension now, dimension of Obi. We should hold on with that and think so that we can see ahead. Let's think from the mountaintop, like I usually say. I want to thank Mommy Diaspora and my fellow panelists and all of that protocol, honorably observed. I want to start by going on Mr. Revolution. I like calling Mr. Revolution because he brought it up. I will always tag him with that. Sure, Mr. Revolution. You see, that was a good move. And I understand that move. That is what we need. Because we have sat down and really analyzed the whole Nigerian mentality, Nigerian political mentality. Like as I've said, always said they will never change. And how do you change a man that refused to change? It has to be a radical change. And when you are thinking about that revolution also, the reason why we brought it up is because of the mindset of an average Nigerian. So the mindset of an average Nigerian, the mindset of Nigerian politicians made us to realize that if we want to go for what Mr. Jonathan is saying, it might not be possible because these politicians give birth to their own generation too, which will now take us longer way. And that longer process, if they continue in that dimension, it might lead to something beyond the control of you and I and beyond the control of the entire Nigeria. You know what is happening in Libya. So we want to be in control. Let it be a tactical, controllable situation that we can use to get the power. So when you say our uncle that spoke about the revolution, he has sat down. And when you believe in, maybe you first of all believe in this, what they call it, the electoral law. Somebody forced me here to believe in electoral law because I brought the way we can move ahead. But the argument, the security of the argument now made me to subside and say, okay, let me follow this one. Yes, a good move. If we don't have another, let's go on this one too. It might be because I brought two ways which we can get it. Now, a man have investigated. He's a lawyer of repute and he can investigate things. He can analyze it. He goes to a thinking room and see it and meet with other people before he now run a conclusion. He's a researcher too. He writes books, he research. So he must have gone into his enclave and discuss and think about it and look at the atmosphere that we have in Nigeria and the mentality of Nigerian politicians. We cannot get it through electoral law, no matter how you push it, because those people that push for the removal of the military are in the government now, and they are doing what they said the military was doing. They are doing it now. So how do you move those people out? is through a radical change. There's no two ways. It's a radical change because radical change might be in different dimensions, but it's still a sort of revolution. But it might be in different dimensions which is under control and it cannot explode. So those are the kind of things we are foreseeing, and we have to make arrangement, and that is a good plan. But when you say you want to go through this electoral law, it's before you can attack what our uncle said, you yourself, you have to go and make a good research. One, the mentality of Nigerian politicians, they will never change. Two, the people. And three, the diasporans. You have to look into all those things and found a way. He has looked into it and found a way, and that is the only way. And I believe in what he has said, because that is what I postulated before the strong argument of electoral law. I have to come down and follow the will of the people. Now, Shore on his own part. You know, I brought a red flag on Shore at the beginning. That red flag is still standing, but I had to give him a speech, which Nigerian gave to him. I believe he went into that speech. I believe he ignored it. You see, when a man is filled with ego, he ignores the voices of wisdom. And what will be his endpoint? His endpoint will be self-destruction. It will self-destruction.
Black Panther, you have 1 minute left. 1 minute.
Okay. It will lead to self-destruction. Yes, I hear you. Thank you. It will lead to self-destruction. So there is a red flag. I cannot remove that red flag from Shore. I have not really ascertained whether it's working for Agbado, but that is where my investigation is going to, and that's where I've started from. And for you to say that, you might not be wrong, but let's continue on it, because we are trying to move him over, and all the what he needed to do, we have been saying it out, but he refused because of his pride and ego. And if he continues on it, it's going to lead to self-destruction. And I will say to him, we need him more. We need more people like his like mind into the enclave, so that we can be formidable when we are going radically on the issue. Because Shore can play a big role. That is why P.O. brought a green leaf to him to come into the fold, so that we can think together. Because P.O. is not selfish in terms of reasoning and in terms of planning. You have to come into the fold. Let's plan together, because we have the same ideal, and that ideal is to see Nigeria a great country, see a Nigeria that moves forward, see a Nigeria that follows rules of law. So these people have your same idea, but you are saying something which I'm still going through that thing you said online. I'm still going through it. And you know the interview you said, where you accuse one of your close pally, who is an Obidient, you accuse him for breaking the rank and file when you guys were having a plan. I'm still going through that thing that you said, so that we can know where you stand, because you cannot be an island and say everybody is dirty. No, but everybody cannot be dirty. We are 250 million people in Nigeria. We can not all be dirty. So the one that comes out that are clean, we take him, and we are taking Peter Obi. And for Madam Rita, please, just 10 seconds, Nigeria Watch. You see, let's not overshoot. Let's watch the event, but keep in mind what you have spoken and what you believe in. Let's watch the event. Mr. Obi has started something that we can go and analyze it, think over it, and see whether it will move forward, whether it will garnish the kind of potential power that we need for that radical change, so that Nigeria can go there and do the same thing the Agbadorians did to them during the election. If we have to fight them with the same kind of style, advanced style than what they do, we have to surpass them. So if Obidient have started, people have started with something, it's good. How do you garnish the north? This is the system. Get them instead, because you cannot get everybody in the north, but you have to, take a lot of them from the north, so that they can believe in your ideal, because we have a lot of northern brothers that believe in our ideal, which are following Obidient very well. And they are going to preach with them with all those things. We can garnish them. Let's see what they can do. But we know that our conclusion to the whole thing is that we need a radical movement that can take the power from this wicked politician that we have. That radical movement, we can start it from anywhere. We can get it through any platform. We can get it through anything. If PO is not there, it's not the person, but PO is preparing ground for it. So we should thank him for preparing the ground for the movement to be radical enough to take power. But I want to say something. We cannot build our strength on a foundation that is not good. So we have to do something about our foundation. If this is the process, let's go ahead with it. But if this will not work, if we investigate that this will not work, let us shift and let us move on and do other plans that we need radically to take this power on. So Nigeria Watch, Otuaka for you. May God bless you.
All right, Black Panther, thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. And for those pursue you since now, mommy diaspora say, I give you more minutes.
I go carry you go court now. I'm a lawyer.
I forgot to weigh you for one corner since you know everything now, you know. But nevertheless, I appreciate your wonderful submission, my brother. I appreciate you coming in. At least you called in. You also come to the panel to give your submission. Everyone on the panel give you their submission. So let's do our 2 minutes so that we can round up. And Rita, we're back to you again. Just 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I still believe that 2027 will be a waste of time in terms of voting for presidency. I do not believe it will make any changes, radical change in Nigeria. And I'm still going to be preaching it out. Please do not waste your time going to vote in 2027. I am saying this not because I am not, or not because I want to be negative in some way or to just, cast aspersion that it's not going to work. Because I have looked at the ingredients that would make this radical change. And voting, taking the PVC, if it's the PVC we're going to use eventually in 2027, and going to vote and all that, it still would not work. Because the powers that be, the institutions that would have made the voting legal and in a sort of way make people have a sense of belonging in the country, they would not let you. So what is the point? I commend Peter Obi for going digital because we're all in the digital age, and any forward-thinking leader would think digital. And I'm happy he's doing this. And the people who have created this program, I pray that it doesn't crash, because I know a lot of people are waiting, including the demons and the satanic cousins of Lucifer will be waiting as well. And all the so-called hackers will be waiting as well to crash this thing. I pray that everything goes smoothly.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, but 2027, please don't waste your time going to vote. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Rita. I really do appreciate your time with me today. Rather, with us today. People when they quit join me, I always appreciate you guys even more than the rest panelists. Why? Because now they pave way for the rest panelists to come in. So we are supposed to be thanking anybody that come in first for us here. Just like Madam Rita, you came in late yesterday. Now somebody now still paved the way for you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. I would like to move on to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please talk to us for 2 minutes.
Okay, Mr. Ivis, thank you very much. The reason why I called Mr. Odua a political strategist when he was talking on Showore, and because of that, I will stay on that Showore matter. You see, can somebody tell me? No, Mr. Ivis, it's a question. Let me direct the question to you.
You will stay on Showore matter.
Yes, let me stay on it. See, I have a question for you, Mr. Ivis. You please, it's for you specifically. Do you think a politician in Nigeria, if elected under the platform of Showore's party, would dare to deflect? Do you think
if
a politician like
yes.
say, for example, a politician under that is party AAC is elected to be House Rep or Senator, will now dare to deflect?
I can answer that question.
Showore doesn't know the power that he carries. If he's a political, that is why I say he's more of an activist than a politician. Talk less of even being a political strategist.
Thank you. You have answered the question. Thank
If you are
you.
a political strategist, you will walk your way. Connect. See, that is what politics is all about. If Showore brings candidate out, for example, for Senate seat and House of Rep seat, and he work with Peter Obi, Obedience will go to the poll. They will vote one side for Mr. Peter Obi, and they will vote for Showore's candidate for the House of Rep. That is what is called collaboration. Before you know it, Showore will have 20, 30 House of Rep members.
I beg, Mr. Jonathan, you need to go into politics. You are giving strategies. Thank you very much.
This is how Showore you don't know what you have.
Proper
You don't know the power that you have.
analytical strategy.
By the time you do that, you will end up having 6, 7 senators, 20 to 30 House of Rep members. Now you are in the control seat with somebody like Peter Obi at the aims. Who would dare run Nigeria down anyhow?
It's impossible.
How will the president survive in the Senate or in the House of Rep without you?
They will threaten with impeachment. Impeachment straight.
Obidient will go to the poll deliberately and purposely to vote for your candidate, the House of Rep, House of the Senate and House of, even at the state level, you will end up controlling some states. That's how you.
But why is Showore not embracing this step? Why?
I don't understand.
Nigeria Watch, there is a red flag. There's a red flag on him. If you vote, just put that red flag there.
That I don't understand. That is why I've come to the conclusion. Maybe too early, but he has just left me with no any other choice but to come to that conclusion that this guy is working for the center somehow. What is your game? You must have a purpose. What is your purpose here?
Okay.
Let's get ourselves out of slavery and get our freedom in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone.
By speaking in one voice. Yes, I agree with you in totality. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Oduwa, your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you once again. I heard that they said they want to take out PVC. If they take out PVC, what are they going to vote with? Isn't thumbprint or our tongue? So anyway, because the PVC is what we know now. Despite it is legal, it's legal or illegal to go and use it for vote, because we say it's legal to take it to vote. I will say it's illegal because it is not the PVC that really count. It is the judge and the INEC who we say who win election and who they vote for. So, well, Nigerians, if they still say PVC, go and collect your PVC, go and vote, because if you did not vote, that is where you open the door. And if Mahmoud or whatever who they put that time say, even if it is 3 o'clock in the night, they announce, you cannot come in the morning and do protest because you did not vote. So it is better you vote so that you can say you stole Mahmoud and court, you stole my vote. Because if Nigeria take protest to court, you don't need to take protest to APC house or PDP or whatever. You take protest to 2 places, INEC office, House of Assembly, and the court that want to make this thing. This is the 3 places you will take your protest to. Then they will know that you are ready, you really vote, and you are defending it. So Nigeria, take your PVC and vote. So I will not say it's working for anybody. I believe Sowore, and what I can see, Sowore is working in ego. Mentality to assemble people together is what he doesn't have. So it doesn't have to nurture children. And so he just believe on when you play football, but how referee and their coach able to organize people, he doesn't have it. So that is what is his problem. Thank you, Mr. Nigel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oduwa, for your wonderful submission earlier on and just now. God bless you, sir. Black Panther, final, 2 minutes, sir. Quickly.
Yeah, I will also stick to Showore issue. Now, you see, let us, for this moment, let us continue to monitor every interview he says. But Mali said, you can run, but you cannot hide. The mask that he has put in his face will be unveiled through the word that he speaks. Now, he can be pretending, he can be deceptive, he can have ego, but we know it's going to be self-destructive. Now, how do we find out? We should continue to listen to his word very well. His word is not straight. is connecting. It's connectivity. We listen to him and we'll get what is behind him, because there's somebody behind him that is making him confidently. He might be captured and thrown into prison. He might be all this can be a supersonic plan that he might be hiding under, because a right-thinking politician, like Mr. Jonathan said, he is not a politician, but he's an activist. If you look at him from the political point of view, he's not playing politics. Even if you want to be, because Sowore is smart enough to know what Mr. Jonathan just said. But he has said it from the beginning that he's not a politician, he's an activist. Now, how is he playing the game that he cannot reason what Mr. Jonathan is reasoning? How does he play the game that he cannot get power, gradually sneak in and get the power? How is it that he doesn't know it? Now, let us watch him closely, because as time, remember the other time before he spoke on Agbado, we have to force him through the media. He spoke 2 or 3 things about Agbado, it's subsided, but now we have to force him. Let us see how he's going to speak on Agbado as the election drag on, because he's doing everything for itself. Like Madam Rita said, 10 seconds, sir. Madam Rita said, if you compare him with VDN, there are 2 different people. So let us watch him as time event. We are going to unveil the mask. That is why I still put that red flag on Mr. Revolution Show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you that participated in this particular broadcast today. I appreciate you, Madam Rita. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Dua, Black Panther, my brother. I appreciate you. Those of you that call into the show, thank you, Madam Moni Olagbeya. I appreciate you, Madam Deborah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate you, our brother who called in from Nigeria that lost his sister. Thank you very much. Accept our outfit. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone. Every one of you that call in. Okay, Mr. Ifeanyi was the one that called in. Yes. Thank you, everyone that supported the channel today, starting with Michael Oganamaro, Sarin Gyomede Jaja, Maka Fujabi, I want to be Ferdinand, Jaja once more, Jeko Obidient, UC Andrew, Alex Edopekin, and Jaja again. Kingsley Ogera, God bless you all. I'm very, very grateful. And wonderful people right there on the comment section. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always, always, and I love you so much. Thank you, Abu Azi. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. Love Maduka. Kingsley Ogera here once more. Thank you, my people. Uyi Desmond, I appreciate you. Thank you. Eva Line, Madam Amen Bright. Then who's right there again? Quickly. Then Bets Mark, yes. And then we get Charity Kuku and Peggy Modi. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mark. And many others. Martin Benjamin, I can see you on the building. Remy Abdul, thank you, Desby and Godwin. God bless you all, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Please endeavor to join us again tomorrow, fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about what is affecting us together. Now what did they affect everybody, whether you did there abroad or you did Nigeria, or it's affecting all of us. I appreciate you all, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Subscribe, share our video, like our videos. And people, make a good night. Bye for now.